Hey guys, it's Haley. I wanted to make a video for you guys because I feel like I haven't in a really long time, and that is the introduction on every one of my videos in the last, I want to say, like 5 or 6 months. You know, I have so many other things going on that it's hard to find time, and I think people don't realize, unless you make vlogs yourself, how incredibly time-consuming it is, and the editing process, the filming process, even coming up with ideas, it all takes a long time to do, and it's really something you have to put all your effort in if you want to make, you know, at least decent videos. So that's why I have not been making as many as I'd like to, but as I always say, I'm trying to make more, and, you know, with y'all's support, I will definitely work on doing that. Besides that, excuse my outfit. I just took a shower and my hair's in this weird bun and I look a mess, and I'm wearing my little Unif grandma rainbow cardigan. That's not what it's called, but that's what I call it because it looks like a grandma cardigan. But it's actually cute. It has like all different colors on it. Yeah, so what I'm going to talk about today, it's kind of a strange mixture of ideas that I have. One of the things I want to talk about that has been requested a whole lot by people that watch, especially my first videos, they want to know what's going on with paranormal stuff and if I have any updates or anything like that. So I'm going to talk about that. But first, I'm going to talk about a couple of recent products that I bought and I'm absolutely loving, and they're all makeup related. So let's begin. So the first product that I'm absolutely obsessed with is something that I have heard really good things about for a long time, and I just never bought it for myself. It is Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. I'm wearing it right now, and it is probably the best foundation I've ever bought. It is so long lasting. It is just really smooth. It goes on great. It's a very even kind of color. It's not oily at all. I have a mixture. Sometimes my skin's dry and sometimes my skin's oily, so a lot of the times it's really hard for me to buy any sort of foundation because they're either specifically for dry or specifically for oily. So I've tried to find something kind of in the middle, and I really think this is it. I've heard good things from everyone who's ever bought this. You just have to find your color. She has a lot to choose from. It's literally the best thing that I've bought in the last year as far as makeup goes. I don't think I'm ever going to try anything else, and I have tried so many foundations, so this is really amazing. If you have any sort of troubled skin like acne, or you're prone to breakouts, or even if you're super dry and get flakes, this covers all of that up really well without looking cakey and gross. High recommendations for anyone who's looking for a foundation. I think I just said that, but this is super great stuff and you will love it. The next few items were actually given to me by one of my good friends. Her name is Marlene Barbie. She's a makeup artist and she's awesome. Last time we were hanging out, she was telling me about these false eyelashes she was wearing because I was like, they look amazing. And she was like, it's this brand called True or False, and she was like, they're like $2 for fake eyelashes. And if y'all are like me, you've spent too much money on fake eyelashes. I'm a huge lover of them, and it's crazy because they can cost anywhere from I'd say on average $6 to $30 for fake eyelashes. And some of you might think that that's so ridiculous, but I'm telling you, I feel like MAC, they're that expensive. Any sort of, designer name is going to be that expensive. Super ridiculously overpriced. These are almost I want to say between $1 and $2 for each pack. They come in a whole lot of different styles. I know these are two of my favorites. These are the Medusa lashes, and as you can see, they're really full. And then these are a little more realistic looking, and they're the True or False cat eyes. And the ones I've been wearing recently, which are really great for daytime, are the Femme Fatale lashes. And I mean, even if you're just trying to try out a new brand, what is $2 gonna matter to you? False eyelashes, you really can't go wrong as long as you have good glue. you're set. So I don't know about you guys, but there is a Claire's that I always pass by in the mall that I live by, and I'm always like, Claire's, you know, I haven't been in there in a while, and I'm like, you know, I'll go another time. But the last time I was in the mall, I decided to stop in, and I'm really glad I did because I picked out a couple, you know, fun things, and everything there is just very like My Little Pony, Justin Bieber, you know, cheap fun jewelry, cheap makeup, a whole bunch of earrings and body jewelry. If you've been to Claire's, you know what I'm talking about. But I actually got this really fun palette. It was only $12. And I mean, obviously, the eyeshadow isn't going to be super, super high quality. You're paying $12 for this. But, you know, for having so many different colors, it really is a pretty good buy. I'm actually wearing it right now. I'm wearing some of the purples and the pinks, and when I put my primer on before I put my eyeshadow on, which I do for every eye look, you know, it really does stay, and they do have pretty, you know, dark pigments that are, you know, you don't need to layer. They're pretty solid. You don't need a whole lot. So for the cost of it, it's definitely pretty impressive. At least I was really impressed by it. Since I have this new colorful hair, I thought that I should start wearing some colorful eye looks. And if you're trying to try it out like me, just to experiment, what's better than spending $12? And if I decide that I'm never going to wear any of these crazy colors again, no big deal. When I went into Sephora the other day, I was asking for a powder to set my foundation with. I've never really been able to find anything that I truly love or that I felt made a big enough difference for me to keep buying or keep wearing. So I asked for a recommendation by one of the salespeople, and they told me that this Makeup Forever HD powder would be great, and I got one of the smaller sizes. It was still pretty expensive. I want to say like $16 to $18. It's just clear, so it matches the foundation you put on top of it, and I absolutely love it. It sets your foundation so well, takes away any little bit of shine, even helps further hide the blemishes, and since it's white or clear, it blends in perfectly and seamlessly with your foundation. You need very little. I just put it on with the same kabuki brush that I use my bronzer with. And literally so seamless, so perfect, you can't even tell it's there, but it really helps your foundation stay on and gives you a nice base to put on blush or bronzer or whatever you want to put on top of it. So the last makeup item that I have for you guys is this Glide On Lip Pencil by Urban Decay. And I don't know about y'all, but I have not ever in my whole life worn lip liner. I always thought it was kind of like a Chola thing, like, you know, the dark eyeliner with like the lighter baby pink lip color. I feel like that's really stereotypical, and I don't mean to offend anyone. That's just what I thought of when I thought lip liner. And then, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but my top, well, it doesn't look so bad now because I used this, but my top lip is a little bit uneven, especially when I smile. Like one side dips down more. And so I told the lady at Sephora my problem, and I was like, you know, I want to try a lip liner, but I don't want anything crazy. I want a color that goes with anything. And so she handed me this little guy, and the color is Naked 2. And it's this really pretty pink rose colored, and literally I can wear any colored lipstick and it kind of just gives you like another edge, so you can kind of draw in your lip. If you have, like, I know one of my friends has kind of a dip from a scar, and if she uses like a lip liner like this, you just go over it and then you can't even tell when you're putting on your lip gloss or your lipstick or whatever over it. So this comes in really handy, and I think this is a really great just universal color no matter what your skin tone may be. So to wrap my video up, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on the paranormal things that I was going to talk about. Basically, ever since I moved to my new apartment, which is not far from my dad's house where I was living previously, but you know, it's about 10-15 minutes away, and I have not had a single thing happen, and I've really been bummed about it because, you know, I do feel my brother's presence, and I do sometimes get slight feelings, nothing like the feeling that I got in, I believe, the second video that I have posted on this channel, but I've really been hopeful lately, and I think about my brother a lot. I concentrate on, you know, trying to make something happen, and I don't know if that's why it's not happening. I was thinking maybe it's because he never was in this apartment, and his presence was obviously all over my dad's house. You know, that's somewhere we lived from a very, very, very young age. I want to say we probably moved there when he was like 2, maybe 3 at the most. So, you know, he lived a giant chunk of his life at my dad's house, and I feel like maybe that's why so many different paranormal type things were going on there. And every single one was related to my brother, whether it was his hat or his picture or a light next to his picture or, you know, whatever it may be. It was always related to my brother, and it was very obvious that it was him. Another thing that I was thinking of, maybe why it hasn't happened here, is because from things that I have seen myself or read or learned about regarding the paranormal, there's like a time right after someone dies where they're still on Earth, and their spirit's still kind of lingering here, and then when they get to a certain point, or I guess they feel everyone's come to terms with it, or whatever the reason may be, then they finally go up to heaven or the afterlife or whatever it is that you specifically believe happens. So I was thinking maybe it's just been a year and a third, I believe, since he passed away. So maybe the time has just come where he's moved on and, you know, he's not hanging around Earth anymore. And I don't know, I feel like there's so many different reasons that I could be not sensing his presence. And it's not that I'm not sensing his presence, it's just that, you know, nothing's falling on the floor or flickering or no lights are turning off, and I feel like now that I'm like saying this, something's gonna like turn on or something. But something that was good that I thought I would share about when any of this stuff happened, my brother was really good at not scaring me, and I feel like there's such a fine line between something happening and you being like, oh wow, I get a good feeling from that, or something scaring you, you know, like that's something, because it's something we don't see, something not everyone believes in, it can like freak you out, you know. And my brother has always been really good about doing things that aren't scary, that have a very just calming vibe with whatever it may be that has happened. The reason that I wanted to make this was to ask you guys your opinions, what you guys think could be the reason why he hasn't made any sign of his presence here. Is there anything I can do to be like, hey, you know, James, show me that you're here? Because I feel like whenever I would really, really, truly concentrate on that wish or want or whatever at my old house, something would happen. So I know I'm rambling, I'm talking a lot, but I just really want to hear from you guys. Let me know if y'all have any advice or opinions, or y'all know anything about this. You know, I really loved it when stuff would happen, because I really felt like he was still here, and it was just very cool and very calming. And like I said, there was always a good vibe with it. There was always a feeling of warmth and happiness and, oh, that's something good. You know, I was never once scared, or I was never once like, ooh, I don't know about that. It was always very, just overall very good. And yeah, so I just wanted to update you guys with that. I know that wasn't really an update since nothing happened, but I'm crossing my fingers. Maybe by the next video I make, I will have some more good news for you guys regarding paranormal events. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I love you guys so much, and I love hearing from y'all. You know, feel free to comment or leave a message or a question. I believe my email's in the info box below. So if you want to ask something more personal or private, feel free to email me. I will definitely get back to you. You know, it may take a day or two, but I will get back to you. And I want you to know that y'all are all awesome and all important. If you have any video ideas for me in the future, please let me know. I really am wanting to do a fall themed lookbook. I haven't made one since summer, so that's something on my to-do list. And still working on the apartment tour. It's not quite done yet as far as decorations, but I will do that eventually. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. If you don't already, please follow me on Instagram. My name is @HayleighDollX, @HayleighDollX. And if you don't already, please subscribe to me here. Like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you want. Otherwise, I will see y'all next time. I love you guys. Bye.